So, next character for Taito overviews is Ganryu. And I think Ganryu has a really good chance in the finals to be revealed. So, here's a video, like pretty much last minute before Thailand. So basically, what Ganryu is, he's a very like suffocating character, as in he has really strong mids, and he has a lot of plus and block mids as well. Some plus and block high, some plus on block mids. He's a very like pressure oriented, like suffocating kind of character. What he's really good at is keeping the opponents respecting him constantly because of follow-ups. He has a lot of delayable follow-up strings. He has a lot of plus and block stuff. He has pretty high frames. So he was pretty strong. Ganryu is pretty good in this game, I think. He's really good at those. Down for 3 is maybe like one of the best lows in the game. I'll tell you why later. So he's really good mids, decent lows, pretty decent lows, and it's like so much pressure and suffocating pressure. So he's a very rushdown heavy character, but he has some great space and stuff. Like this move, for example, has great reach. So however, he does have some downsides to him. His punishment doesn't have a lot of range. Like he doesn't have a punish for get up for example, on block. So he has a pretty inconsistent punish early. Like when it hits, it's amazing, but it does lack range. That's his 10 frame punisher there. And his movement, because he's a big body, as you can see, his movement isn't the best. So his movement isn't the best. As you can see, sidestep and backdash is not too good. So that's one downside to him. He doesn't have a hop kick. That would be another one. And so his panic moves aren't the best. Like he's no parry or hop kick or anything. So his panic moves are pretty down there. So let's start with some of his moves then. So his jab. Now the thing about his jab is plus 3 on block. However, it is 12 frame startup. It is not 10 frame startup jab. It is 12 frame startup jab. So it is slower than average, but it is better on block and is better on hit. And if he lands the jab on counter, he can link into his 10 frame headbutt. So it makes this jab pretty scary at the wall. If you can like react to the jab, interrupting an animation, then you can go for a hit confirm into headbutt. So his jab was very good. His jab game was very good. 1+2 string. So 1+2 was a counter launcher on its own. And 1+2 had a follow up. It was a delayable follow up. So it was unsafe. I think it's -12. But the first hit's a counter launcher, and if you try to punish it, the second hit would interrupt you from punishing it. So 1+2 is nice. 4-2 is really good because it has a lot of range. It's unsafe, but has a lot of pushback, so most characters can reach it if you space it well. And on counter, it gives a knockdown. You can then approach them and do stuff. 4-2-1 is a +4 on block high, and on normal hit, it gives back 1+2. It gets back 1+ the normal hit, so it's really good. Now his downward one. His downward one is a little bit weird, but it's really good. Really strong. Because it's a 13 frame mid, like most downward ones. But it has a follow-up with downward 1-4, which is natural and counter. And it has another follow-up, which is duckable, but it is a natural if the second one's on counter. So as you can see, this is really strong because you're bullied them with downward 1. And then when they try to press back, you can go into the 4. And when they try to punish, this is unsafe. The second it's unsafe. So when they try to punish this, then you can continue. So there's a lot to think about from a single downward 1. He has so many strings from it. And like I said, he's a very suffering character. He's in your face constantly with plus frames. And then you have to worry about downward 1 with a lot of follow-ups. So this character is really good at making you freeze up. His downward 2 was only -11, but if you tried to punish it, this would interrupt you. It has follow-ups, and he can still combo off this as well. You can still combo off this as well. I'm not going to do combos, but yeah, it's down for 2 on itself. It launches crouching as well. It's mid, and it launches crouchers. And if you try to punish it, the follow-up can hit you. The only thing that was guaranteed was a down trap punish, which is obviously pretty weak. So his Stamper 2 is really good, just to catch people ducking against him. Now his Stamper 3, let's talk about his Stamper 3. Stamper 3 is a crazy low. It's 16 frame, so it's kind of fast for a low, but it's +5, and I left him in crouch. And I think you know where I'm gonna go with this. So Ganryu's in their face constantly with them for 3, especially against the wall where you can't backdash away from the them for 3. So them for 3, it was only like -12 on block or so as well. So it was a very, very abusable low, and it had really good tracking. So if they tried to challenge you and mash against you, you have them for 1 strings, you have back 2 strings, which is natural mid, and had follow-ups as well. I had a mid follow-up and had low follow-up, but it was kind of stable. Like, it wasn't really a mix-up, but they were there to stop you from pressing buttons. Back 2, 1, 2 on counter. Sorry. You gave 1+2 for free. So them for 3, you bully them with them for 3. You make them do something with them for 3, either duck it or mash against it, and he can mess you up for doing this. He can hit you with draw mids, as you can see. So he has a lot to work with. He has a lot to work with. And 10.14 is a natural and normal hit. So yeah, you can. I think you can already get the picture of how this character was played. Just plus frames, plus frames, plus frames. This is plus. While running 1+2 is plus. It's like +9. So you can see how this character is played. Just plus frames, plus frames, plus frames, and then just keep them locked in. He had an unseeable low, so them for 2+3. You can get easy mode while standing for a follow up, or if you've really good execution, you can get mini combo off ish. Now I'm gonna try a few times. Okay. Nope. You have to crouch cancel. No, I messed up. Okay, I'm gonna try like 5 more times. Yeah, there you go. So 55 damage off an unseeable low poke, or not poke, but unseeable knockdown low. So it was really, really good, really good. Because you're thinking about all the mids he has, all the mids that you can throw at you. Like that 1+2 is like +1 on block mids, or you can do back 2, 1, which you can step the second hit of that, but it's very difficult, and some characters can't step it anyway. So you just have so much to throw at you in terms of plus frames. So yeah, a lot of delayable follow-ups, a lot of plus frames, a lot of this, and then stuff like this. So Dem 1 was also a +3 on block mid, or +3 on block mid. I left him in crouch as well. And you can go into sit from as well. And from sit stance, he has a safe knockdown mid. He has an unseeable low launcher. Close the combos like something like this. So yeah, sit 2 was unseeable low launcher. Okay, so that was it. Another move was down forward 1+2. This was it was kind of hit confirmed, but it's one of those weird situational hit confirm moves, as in you see an animation being interrupted and you finish it. So down forward 1+2, 1 was a natural combo mid string. So and it was splat. As you can see, it's very beefy punish. There's a very beefy mid option, but it is launch punchable and block on the last set, so you have to really hit confirm this move. And then 1+2 top it, this is already 16 frame mid, it's +1 on block. And on counter hit, it went to like a little grab situation. So that's the 1 grab. That's the 2 grab. And this is 1+2 grab. Sorry, I messed up. So he had really good options, really good options. And I think he had a launching grab out of it as well. I could have sworn he did. Maybe it's 3. I'm just gonna look down real quick. I'm pretty sure I had a launching grab out of that. Okay. Anyway, I'll move on. So he had all those. He had all that, and of course he had them back to it, which was a snake H. Now, obviously, a lot of Ganryu players like to use this online. So it's them back to a snake H. low launcher. Back 1-1. It's a high homing string that ended in the down 1, so it's +3 on block. And on counter hit, it was all natural on counter. It was really beefy. Look at that damage, like. And I talked about back 2-1 already. So back 2-1 is super good because mid natural string. You can step the second hit or punch parry, like I said, but it's very difficult to do in a real match situation if you weren't really looking out for it. And he, like I said, he has a mid follow up. He has a low follow up, and I think the second hit is guaranteed to the third follow up. So there you go. 1+2 is free afterwards. Now back 1+2. This is one of his main moves. It is unsafe on block, but it is 10 frame, and it was splats. It is 10 frame. It was splatted, and it was guaranteed off some moves like counter jab or this. So if you think they're overextending on their frames or whatever, or they're going to master on your plus frames, you can throw this out to stop them. And on counter it, you got a free tackle follow up for 58 damage. So it was really beefy 10 frame option. So definitely worth knowing when to place. You get stuff like I talked about 4-4-2. 4-4-2 is a safe mid knockdown move. There's wall splat as well. And like that 1+2, it went into the grab. And there's the launching grab. So actually I think it's only off this that he gets the launching grab. Okay, that's what it is, yeah. Off this you get something else. 1+2 is something else. So you had that option anyway. So 4-4-2 you had a little grab mix up. I think you can break out of it. There's an option select to break out of it, I think. I can't remember. 4-4-1+2. No, sorry, 4-4-3 is a plus on block mid option that hits Grandis. So 4-4-3 is a mid option that hit Grandis. It was really strong for Oki. Really good for Oki. See, 4-4-1+2 was one of his main whip punishers. It's a safe high natural hit launcher. I can't remember what you got. Yeah, it was something like this anyway. So it was as high. It was a really good whip punisher. Oops. It was something like this. Yeah, the combo was something like that anyway. So 4-4-1+2, 14 frame. It could be done in 14 frame. So technically you had a 14 frame launcher if you were on point. It's safe. It's a high. And it's a natural hit launcher. So you could throw it out sometimes. You can actually just throw it out sometimes. So back forward 1 is a back sway blow. It was like -14 or 13. I think it was 14. And it gave Ganryu a really good situation. Now this isn't 100% guaranteed because your opponent can turn around to only eat the 2 hits. But if they didn't know this, and then if they didn't know about that, then this was guaranteed. That was guaranteed. If they didn't know to throw around, to turn around. Back forward 2 assault upper. It's a +5 on block. It's +5 on block and it's a normal hit launcher. Obviously it's very slow and telegraphed, but it has its uses. I think the combos you have to turn around and do this or something, yeah. I don't know optimal combos. Like I didn't play this character much, but it was something like that anyway. So while running 1+2 is a +9 on block. Mid, so it's really good to approach it. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Yeah, it's really plus on block mid, and it was really good for pressure. Now there's a bit of pushback on hit and block, but if you're against the wall, it's a nightmare. I see. Half circle forward 2 was a safe death. I'm gonna mess up the input a few times. Yeah, this was a safe death fist, pretty much. As you can see, it's very chunky. That doesn't work on me here apparently. So that was really good. That was really good. So and while standing 1 was a mid option out of while standing. Well, this top is FC game a little bit. So while standing 1-2 was a natural mid low string, and while standing 1 was a 13 frame mid. And to complement that, you had stuff like FC Dem 1, which is a safe. This is a safe low, one of the very few safe lows in the game. But this is a safe low, and it had a bunch of follow-ups. So like FC Dem 1-1. So this this follow-up is the only follow-up he has after a single FC Dem 1. But the FC Dem 1 has a bunch of follow-ups. So FC Dem 1, like this for example, or... Let's see, So yeah, you have a bunch of strings out of FC Dem 1 string. The FC into the mid. Or... Sorry. Yes, and then mid, he has some mids, and he's some highs, and he's some lows out of the string, so it's really, really good. The FC Dem 1, you can bully them with this, and back 1 2 leaves you in crouch, so you can do FC Dem 1 after that and such. FC Dem forward 1, FC Dem forward 1, sorry, is a mid that complements the FC Dem 1. So it has a pretty good, this is safe, I believe. And if you want to be like a bit riskier, you can do while standing 2, which is only -10. There's only -10 launcher. Oops. Yeah, this is only -10 launcher while standing 2. So very good. It was very good. And while standing 4, of course, he had a really beefy while standing 4. It was one of those ones that sparks. A little bit pushback on hit, but it was very damaging. And it was fast, of course. So you can do stuff like this, for example, FC Dem 1-1 or FC Dem 1 into while standing 4, for example. You can really play around with FC game. And he has a bunch of trolley moves like this drop kick. What else? He had belly bash. He had the roll. This sit into this weird ass trolley roll. Left him. Actually, you know, this was useful because it can put him. It puts him on the ground, so you can tie crash out. So it had some uses. Stuff like sit 1+2, where he just jumps backwards. He has a lot of moves that punch him on the ground. He's kind of a goofy character. He has a bunch of shit like this. And this was actually okay because he went to the sit stance. So let's top his punishment a little bit. So for 10 frame, like I said, he had back 1+2. For 12 frame, he had stuff like 1-2, which was had really good plus frames. +7, I believe. So had really good plus frames for jab. His 13 frame is Dem 1-4 with 32 damage. It's -2 on hit though. So if you want just plus frames, you can go for 1-2 instead. 2-1, you had stuff like for 14 frame you had stuff like 4-1+2, which is a 40 damage wall splat with range, and this is a really good range and good damage, and wall splat of course. And look, if you actually look in the background, it says Ganryu on the boat, because apparently he owns this boat, so that's a little bit of lore for you. He didn't have technically he had a 14 frame launcher with 4-1+2. And technically this was 14 frame if you're on point. So this would be his 14, 15 and 16 frame Punisher. Well, but for 16 frames, you want the easy mode launcher, you can do Dem 2. You can do something like that. So while standing punishment, so dick chop for 10 frame like every character. While standing for 11 frame like most characters. Your 13 frame was while standing 1-2 for 36 damage. His 14 frame was this. So this was 14 frame launcher from crouch. And it launches, of course. I'm not sure what the follow-up was. Yeah, something like this anyway. Yeah, something like this. So and it was standing for 16 frame, yeah, it was standing 2. He had just a straight up launcher there. So Ganryu was really good. Like I said, he's a very rush down plus frames heavy character. He made you want to hesitate challenging him because stuff like back 1 and all the high frame franchise he has and all the delayable strings. So this was the character in a nutshell. And then he has FC game as well. FC blah 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 blah. So this had like follow-ups, and I believe this third hit was safe anyway. So as you can see, this character was really good, suffocating FC game wise, everything wise. The only thing downside is he has poor movement, and he can be a bit prone to being backdashed. You can be a bit prone to being backdash in the open because Dem 3 has a little bit of pushback on hit, so he has to chase you again quite a bit. But if he has you against the wall, where you can't even escape the down for 3, so you have to like force to challenge Ganryu, or you just keep looping it. And once you start ducking it, you can start spamming you with mids, all the powerful mids he has, and then you can sneak an FC game in there. So that's it for Ganryu. I hope this gave a good, clear explanation of the character and how he is played. And thanks for watching.